back to my channel. My name is April from Break for April and Pilates with April Moon, and today I have for you a 20-minute Pilates HIIT style class. So what that means is we're going to have a warm up for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then we're going to have 2 rounds of 5 exercises, concentrating in the first round on our upper body and the second round our lower body. We're going to do 30 seconds on with 30 seconds rest and repeat each second twice. So grab your water, grab your mats, and let's get going.
Doing some cat-cow, so really round through your spine, uncurl the toes, keep the weight even in both hands, keep looking forwards, really rounding through the back, giving the spine a good stretch. And one more, and then we're going to come to do some roll down, so sitting on your sitting bones, feet hip width apart, curling the spine down, breathing in, nodding the chin, and rolling down. If you can't quite get up using your core, just pop your hands down onto the mat. If you want to make it a little bit harder, have your hands out in front of you, and don't hold on to anything, keeping your arms up in the air as you roll back up. And from here we're going to come to a standing position, feet hip width apart, and squeeze down into the heels, keeping the pelvis neutral, looking forwards. This really helps to warm up the knees and the hips and the legs. Also very good for strengthening your knee joint. From here we're going straight into our upper body section, 30 seconds with our roll down into a plank. So hands come all the way down, push into plank and then roll all the way back up. Feel free to take these nice and slow if you need to. You can also pop your knees down. If it's a little bit hard for you to hold the plank, go at your own pace. Just make sure the core is nice and strong. Gently coming back up. Nearly there. And pop the knees down, 30 seconds done, well done. We're going to go have a little 30-second rest now. And for our next exercise, we're going to go into shoulder taps, so you can either pop the knees down and back and lock over onto the front of your palms so all the body weight is into the hands, or you could join me in a high plank position and tap in those shoulders with opposite hands. Here we go, nice and strong, 30 seconds. Keep breathing out as your hands touch your shoulders. Try not to rock side to side too much with the hips. Keep this all really strong in the core, toning the shoulders and the abs. You're doing really well, we're nearly there. Keep breathing, in and out. 30 seconds nearly up, keep going nice and strong. 3, 2, 1, and pop those knees down, well done. Stretch out the wrists, 30-second rest. For our next one, we're going to sit with the feet hip width apart like we did in our warm up, and we're going to roll like a ball. Make sure that the shoulder blades reach the mat and not your neck. Make it a little bit harder, you can pop the feet out. See how you go with this one. It's a lot of fun and gets you nice and warm. Here we go, nod and lift up. It's also really good if you can just allow your feet to hover off the mat as you come up. But you go at your own level, your own pace. Really squeeze it in the core, rolling the spine onto the mat. Go breathing in and out. Extend the legs out if you want to. For an extra challenge, this is quite tough. But it's good to sometimes challenge yourself. Well done. Come back up. Next one we are going to do back. I'm going to take my socks off for this one in case I slide on the floor. We're going to go into a downward dog and then roll into a high plank position. Now again, you can pop your knees down if you need to, but you're just going to rock onto the toes and squeeze that core nice and tight. Here we go. Roll down and push up and roll down. So you're actually stretching out your legs here as well. Really push into the hands and really come onto the toes. Extra challenge, you could bring the knees into the elbows, into your plank position if you wish. Obviously please keep breathing out when you're holding your plank. Nearly there. Really targeting those obliques with that. Well done. Sink back. Our last exercise now in our upper body section. We're going to do our single leg stretch. So knees in a tabletop position, we're going to curl up and hug one knee in towards the chest at a time. You can also have straight legs if you want to. It's completely up to you. And again, whatever level you're at, you do. It's your workout. Here we go. Hug these in and switch. Now breathe out as the knees come in. So nice short sharp breaths. Keeping the shoulder blades off the mat. Don't allow the chin to tuck into the chest too much. Your eyes are looking at your knees. Here we go. Last little bit. If you want an extra challenge, legs up into the air. Nice and straight if you can, and hug the knees in. Well done. Rock from side to side. That was our upper body finished for round 1. We're going to have a 30-second rest and then move on to our legs. So for our legs, our first position, we are going to lay flat on our mat with our feet hip width apart. Feet firmly pressed into the mat, we're going to curl up and hold a glute bridge for 30 seconds. Really pushing the heels into the mat. If you want to, you can clasp your hands underneath your glutes. This allows you to push up a little bit higher. Strengthen the core, lower back, glutes and the legs. Keeping it nice and strong. Nearly there, and relax, come back down. Now coming to lay onto your left side, put your elbow onto the floor. We're going to have the knees and inner thighs glued together, lifting the feet off the floor. And we're going to squeeze that top knee up and then bring it back down. If this is too much for you, you can keep your feet on your mat, keeping the core tucked in. Try not to roll through the spine when you do this one. Keep everything nice and long. Extra challenge, you can lift your arm up into the air if you want to. This just helps with your balance. Keep the feet glued together. It's just the top knee that's moving. Nice and strong. Really feel this in the sides of the legs and in the glutes too. And breathe out when that knee comes up. Keep smiling, you're nearly there. And relax, bring that hand down. For our next one, we're going to have the legs out nice and long, pointing through the toes, flexing through the heels. As you bring the foot back down, don't let the feet touch. So we're going to have our 30-second rest. Make sure that the side of your body is actually laying into your mat and you're not rolling forwards or backwards. We need a perfect side lying position. Here we go, arm up for an extra challenge if you want to. So breathe in, point the toe, lift the foot, flex into the heel as you breathe out. Point and lift. Really good for strengthening the hips. If it's too much for your arm, you can pop it back down in front of your chest on your mat. Nearly there. One more. And lower. Fabulous. We're coming to do our 30-second rest, and then we're going to repeat it on the other side. Okay, so get ready to lay onto your right side, right elbow into the mat, left arm up if you wish, squeezing that top knee up, keeping your feet together and making sure your spine is nice and long, not collapsing forwards or backwards. Keep squeezing, feel that hip nice and warm. You're nearly there, keep going, you're doing really well. And last one, and hand down and lower the legs. Now we're going to repeat that, lifting up through the heel and then lifting back down. Enjoy your 30-second break. Remember, you should have no pressure in your head. Everything is just nice and balanced here. We want to work on strengthening our hips. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Point the toe, lift up, flex through the heel and lower. Remember, don't let the heels touch for more resistance. Good, lifting up and coming down. Nice long legs, nice sweeping, flowing movements. Feel a really good stretch in your ankle. And last one. And lower down. Fabulous. Now our 30-second break before we do our round 2 of our upper body. Okay, let's prepare for round 2 of our upper body. We're going to stand at the edges of our mat and start with our roll downs into our planks. So nod the chin, bend the knees, nice big strides with the hands, and come to push all the way back up. If you want to make this a little easier, put your knees onto the floor when you're in your plank position, or you could roll down and allow your knees to try and touch your elbows. Really extra hard work for the core and the obliques. Hold it here, knees down, well done. Next, we're going to go into our shoulder taps. So remember, just like before, keep the knees down with most of the body weight into the wrists to make it easier. Or you can come up into a high plank. Just keep breathing in and out, nice short breaths. Here we go, lift up, back is nice and straight, core is squeezing in, belly button right into the spine. Nice strong hands, make sure your hands aren't too far out in front, otherwise this will put pressure onto your neck. Nearly there, you're doing really well, keep going, nice and strong. Nearly there, 3, 2, 1, knees down, well done. We're going to come into our rolling like a ball. Feet hip width apart, sitting on the sitting bones, nice tall spine to start, nod the chin, round down and come up. This is a sort of exercise that will get easier each and every time you do it, I promise. So just start off wherever you start off and think of your goal that one day you'll just roll down and roll straight back up again. Here we go, nod the chin, breathing out, coming down, squeezing that core as you come up. Remember, you can pop your hands down by the side to lift you up if you need to. Nice and strong. Extra challenge, extending the legs out nice and long, squeezing back in. Only if you can, remember. Don't put too much pressure onto yourself. Come to sit up. Now we're going to go into our downward dog, into our high plank. Remember to really push into the heels and lock onto the toes. Knees down if you need to. Okay, get ready to go. Here we go. High plank, roll onto the toes and squeeze back. Push into the hands, make everything nice and long and strong. Breathing out and breathing back in. And again onto the toes, elbows in if you want an extra challenge. Nice and strong, nearly done. Last one. Knees down, stretch back, well done. For our last one, come to lay back onto the back. Going to do our single leg stretch. Remember to make sure the shoulder blades are off the mat, otherwise you will put a lot of tension onto the top of the spine and the neck. Okay, let's get going. Lifting up and switching those knees nice and strong, hugging them in. Breathing in and out, nice short sharp breaths. Really strong. Here we go, keep going. This is tough, but so are you. You want 2 legs up in the air, hug the back of the thigh, don't put too much pressure onto your knee. So close, nearly there. And hug in, rock from side to side. Well done. 30-second rest, and then we're going to go straight into our lower body round 2. Okay, preparing for our lower body, laying onto the floor. First exercise, we've got our glute bridge, lift up, squeeze and hold. Really put pressure into the heels here. Make sure your chin is not meeting your chest. Feet hip width, hands underneath the glutes if you want to. Don't hold the breath, keep breathing in and out. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1, and gently lower. Laying onto the left side, elbow down, knees together, hands onto the hips, push that hip out, inner feet connected. Okay guys, get ready, here we go. Feet off the floor, arm up in the air if you want to. Keep squeezing that knee up and lowering back down. This should be nice and controlled, nice and slow. We always want quality over quantity. Nearly got the wrong way around then. Keep going, and nearly there. Last one. And lower down. Extend the feet out nice and long. We're going to point the toe, lifting up, and then flex with the heel and lower. Keep that core nice and tight. Keep everything nice and strong and balanced. Even when you're laying on the floor, you're always working your core strength, and this will help with your balance skills no end. Hand up, point the toe, flex through the heel and lower down. Lifting up and lowering back down. Good. Nice and strong. Working to the hip. Remember, only lift the leg up as high as you can without tilting the hips. Keep everything long. Nearly there. Lifting up and down and relax. Okay, let's prepare for the other side, laying on your right side. Arm up into the air if you wish, squeeze up and down with the knees. Keep the feet connected. The core strong, the spine long. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Extend those legs out nice and long and get ready for our leg lifts. Hopefully you're nice and warm by now, so you might be able to find you lift your leg up a little bit higher than you did before. Okay guys, get ready, here we go. Arm comes up if you wish to. Point the toe, flex through the heel and lower. Feel it in the hips. Nice flowing movements. Really mobilising that hip joint. Nearly there. Last one, and well done everyone, workout complete. Let's cool it down now. We're going to come into extended child's pose, stretching out the back and the arms. Fingertips nice and long. Imagine your chest is glued to the thighs. Allow the forehead to rest nicely on the mat. And then we're going to come into a downward dog. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So if this is too much for you, just keep in extended child's pose, but stretching out the legs. If you want to pedal out your dog, it really helps to concentrate on the muscles at the lower part of your leg in the calves to stretch out, keeping the hands flat onto the floor. And then relax, knees back down. Come to sit in our butterfly position, stretching out the hips and the inner thighs. Feet together. And then you want to really push through the knees, maintaining a nice, tall, long spine. Nearly there. And now we're going to cross our legs, bow our heads down and stretch our hands forwards. This stretches out the whole of the back of your body. It's really good for relieving tension in the glutes, lower back, hamstrings, arms, armpits even, fingertips if you stretch them far enough. Just enjoy the stretch. And lift back up, arms all the way up and lower down. Breathing in and out. Nice tall spine and out.